The homecoming two-parter in Teen Titans was a rarity because it is the only season opener that's a two-parter. Let's analyze it. The moral dilemma of this episode is, should you prioritize your allies or the mission? Memento believed that you should prioritize the mission, while Beast Boy believed that you should prioritize your allies. This episode executed this theme through a flat arc and advanced foiling. A flat arc is when a character believes A, is tempted into believing B, but sticks to their belief of A. In stories, a foil is a character who contrasts a focal character in order to better highlight or differentiate certain qualities of the focal character. Advanced foiling is what I call the act of applying this idea to elements outside of characters, like plots and settings. Let's look at how Homecoming uses a flat arc and advanced foiling. In Homecoming Part 1, BB initially believed that he should help his allies, while Memento believed the mission came first. This was first shown in the introductory scene. The Brotherhood's black hole machine was activated, and the Doom Patrol was captured. BB had to make a choice. Memento told him to stop the machine, but he chose to save his friends. This angered Memento and put pressure on BB to change his beliefs. What's interesting is that here, BB's choice was made in instinct and pressure. It wasn't like he thought about his options and went with what he believed. That brings us to the end of the episode. Once again, BB was put in a situation where all of his friends were captured, and the villains had a machine that needed to be stopped. Here, the Titans told him to focus on his allies, while Memento told him to stop the villains. BB had time to make a conscious choice. Memento even warned him not to make the same mistake, but Beast Boy made the same choice he made in the past. He prioritized his friends over the mission. This is advanced foiling. The first climax and the second climax were nearly identical, but their slight differences highlighted the character development. In the first, BB made his choice in haste. In the second, BB made the same choice, but it was rooted in his core belief. This showed how Beast Boy grew from an immature hero to a confident hero. He completed his flat arc. In the first climax, it was just the Doom Patrol with him. But in the second, the Titans were there too, and they encouraged BB to prioritize his allies. This contrast highlighted the positive effect the Titans had on Beast Boy's character development. It implied that his time with the Teen Titans is what influenced his core belief to focus on allies, and that if he had stayed with the DP, he would have prioritized the mission. Furthermore, the resolution of the first climax had BB being criticized for his decision, but the second climax had him being praised by the Titans. An extra scene that reinforced the theme was when BB told Robot Man, "We're gonna find him." The latter thought he meant Brain, the mission, but he was actually talking about Memento, an ally. Interestingly enough, Part 1 ended on a sour note when Memento revealed that because of Beast Boy's decision, Brain got away with a quantum generator that actually worked. This called into question whether BB made the right choice or not. If you thought that was good, it gets better. Part 2 took this same moral dilemma, but put it in a different context. As a response to the end of the last episode, BB rejoined the Doom Patrol and tried his best to follow their belief of prioritizing the mission. This didn't go well. Beast Boy tried to be the sense of reason, still believing in allies, but no one was listening. The other three members hovered between both beliefs. When Robot Man fell into quicksand, Elastigirl and Negative Man rescued him, showing their support of allies, but when Memento asked what's the holdup, they acted like nothing happened, allowing Memento to focus on the mission. They tried to help their allies when they could, but they hid it from Memento, and if their allies ever got in the way of the mission, they'd abandon them. When Cliff fought the Sentry, the DP left him behind for the mission. Later, his screams were heard with an explosion, implying a bad fate. BB once again proposed his side of the thematic debate and suggested going back for him, but Memento said that he played his part. Elastigirl at least understood BB's concern, but she still sided with the leader. Against Immortus, Negative Man and Elastigirl each stalled for their allies to keep pursuing the mission. Elastigirl once again agreed with both of these decisions, but sympathized with BB's concern. Her downfall was the last straw. For the first time in this episode, BB actually tried to defy Memento and stick to his belief, but the leader physically stopped him. Immediately, he tried to call the Titans in secret, but Memento destroyed his communicator. The quote, "We're not coming back, are we?" showed just how far Memento was willing to take his belief. He intended to die for the mission, which is why he never went back for his allies. Pushing beliefs to their extreme under pressure is brilliant writing. His dialogue showed that he did view his teammates as friends, he just prioritized the mission. Here, Beast Boy drew a solid line in the sand and said, "We're doing it my way now." After calling Memento out for being stubborn, BB took charge of the mission and came up with a plan that would value their lives instead of sacrificing them for the mission. He completed his flat arc again. Flat arcs are better when the character who goes through the flat arc also ends up converting someone to their side, especially someone who believed the opposite of what they believed. That happens here with Beast Boy because he converts Memento to his own belief, strengthening his flat arc. They got far, but when the enemy forces became overwhelming, the Titans showed up to save the day alongside the rescued DP members. This moment reinforced BB's side of the moral argument because prioritizing allies ultimately allowed them to have a chance at completing the mission. An absolutely brilliant plot twist with a thematic punch. In Part 1, Beast Boy's belief saved the day, but the recontextualization put it back into question. Part 2 answered that question, leaving no stone unturned. Memento's belief only led to failure, while BB's belief led to success. The way the story was able to execute the same theme in a different way for each episode was magnificent. A subplot in the story was how the Doom Patrol, who are adults, just saw the Teen Titans as kids in over their heads. In the first episode, Robot Man was talking down to them a few times, but in the second episode, they really got into it. The DP tried to keep the Titans out of the mission, but they didn't like that disrespect, as they'd already proved themselves multiple times over the past 4 seasons. This caused the two teams to split up, with BB rejoining the DP. When the DP was sacrificing its squad, BB tried to call the Titans for backup, but Memento stopped him because the Titans didn't swear an oath of no matter what it takes. When Beast Boy stood up to Memento, his wise words from Robin allowed the leader to finally respect the Titans. I love how BB still respected his former leader while standing his ground. In the resolution, Memento corrected himself from calling them kids to Titans, showing his newfound respect for them. There is another subplot of Beast Boy turning into a leader. Because the DP were his first family, he was the most invested in the mission and was calling the shots at the start of part 1. He even said Titans go, something only current leaders say. Robin said it the most, but Cyborg also said it a few times when he took charge. BB saying it was a big moment because it really cemented his leader subplot. In part 2, after standing up to Memento, he became the team leader again and made a plan that surpassed Mento's, his former leader. His decision making in the base also allowed them to avoid Rouge and go to the right hallway, leading them to Brain. Once again, he surpassed Memento, who now respected his authority. And then in the climax of part 2, BB saved the day by resetting the coordinates of the black hole from Jump City to the current enemy base. He really showed his mettle, and this leadership role is brought back again for the season-ending 2-parter. There were some foil characters in this episode between the Titans and the Patrol. Robin and Memento were both leaders. Cyborg and Robot Man were both powerful partial robots. Raven and Negative Man were both apathetic characters with black-colored magic. Starfire and Rita were both the most caring and gentle members of their team. And then Beast Boy was a member of both teams. These foils were mostly surface level because the main character of the episode was Beast Boy. In episodes like Masks, Apprentice, Only Human, and Titans East, the antagonist was a phenomenal foil that mirrored and contrasted the hero in appearance, abilities, and beliefs. They had a strong impact on the character arc. It's not as clean in this episode, but it's still good. The thematic antagonist of Homecoming is Memento. Rather than having poetic similarities and differences like Slade, the connection is through their history. BB was on the DP led by Memento. Although he may not have had the poetic foiling, he was great at opposing Beast Boy thematically. He tried to teach BB his belief in episode 1, but BB rejected it by the end. The last-second plot twist made BB question if he made the right choice, so in episode 2, BB tried Mento's way, but it didn't work, so he went back to his own way and saved the day. That was a complex push and pull of the moral argument, one which I don't believe is present in any other episode. The physical antagonist was Brain. BB and Brain barely interacted, and once again, most of the poetic connection is due to history. The Doom Patrol and the Brotherhood of Evil had been arch enemies since the inception of the hero group. Brain and his group don't contribute much to the episode, but it's completely understandable. The episode was focused on BB and Memento, and it already had a large cast of characters: Teen Titans, Doom Patrol, and the Brotherhood of Evil, each with 4 members, excluding BB. I don't know if it would have been possible to make Brain foil BB more. If I'm being generous, Beast Boy is typically depicted as dumb while Brain is a genius. But BB was never dumb in this episode once the mission started. The Doom Patrol members all have real names that are slowly said throughout the episodes. Robot Man is Cliff, Memento is Steve, Elastigirl is Rita, Negative Man is Larry, Beast Boy is Garfield. Throughout the episodes, their names are slowly revealed by members calling each other. The fact that they all knew each other's real names showed how close they were as a family. In contrast, the Titans don't know or use each other's real names. Additionally, the way they were slowly revealed and Beast Boy's real name was the last one at the very end of part 2 was a nice touch. They were building up to revealing the protagonist's real name, and after he saved the day and gained the DP's respect, we got to learn it. Like many of the great episodes, Homecoming's plot was just a vehicle to express the deeper elements, like themes and character development. This is evident in the fact that I already covered most of the plot just by talking about the moral debate and subplots. The only thing I skipped were some of the action scenes. There was one cool payoff I wanted to mention. In the first climax of part 1, BB turned into a T-Rex for the first time to save the DP. This served as a backstory for arguably his signature animal transformation. The T-Rex was used again in part 2 to knock down a sentry that all of the other members struggled against. Honestly, if someone told me that this 2-in-1 was the best episode in Teen Titans, I wouldn't argue with them. The moral debate, flat character arc, advanced foiling, different explorations of the theme, rivalry between the teens and adults, and Beast Boy's leadership subplot all combined to make the best multi-parter in Teen Titans. It's so perfect that I didn't even have to rewrite it. I suggested edits for season 1s and 3s, and they're the next best ones because Aftershock, The End, and season 5's second 2-parter aren't as good. My opinion could change in the future after I analyze them, but as of now, Homecoming is the clear victor. Furthermore, I have it as a three-way tie between Masks and Only Human as the best episode of the show.